Hey there, I wanted to show off what we will be using for my son for fourth grade homeschooling year, and we'll just dive right in. So for math, he has been enjoying Beast Academy, and we do not do the student workbooks. My kids didn't really care for those. They are very challenging, but they do like reading through the Beast Academy books, and so I don't argue with that if they want more math exposure during their day. So he tends to read through this a little bit and is enjoying that, and then has liked the Usborne number puzzles and games, which is another fun activity book. He just does this as many pages as he would like to a day, just for some fun extra math practice. And then his main curriculum this year will be Christian Light Education Level 5. And this booklet is 502. There are 10 booklets in a level. 501, however, is more of just a review, and since he completed Level 4, we decided to skip that. So the booklets are thin, but there are 10 of them that make up a year. And I really like this math program because it teaches very efficiently just one or two things per lesson, and then there is plenty of review in each of these lessons. He has started this a little bit, and we like that there's lots of review in almost every lesson, but that also means that allows us to pick and choose what he does every lesson. So he will not do every problem every lesson, and will then, in a upcoming lesson, he'll circle back and I'll have him do some of these types of problems that he is skipping in other lessons, and it has been working out well for us. There is a quiz every 5 lessons and then a test at the end, but we've been really happy with CLE, so he'll be doing Level 5 this year. For language arts, he will be working primarily on Good and the Beautiful Level 4. This is Part 1. There are 2 parts. And for now, he is enjoying it. However, it is very repetitive, we're finding, for this level. Level 4 seems to really focus, in the beginning at least, on reading and spelling, and not a lot else. And so we are giving it a chance. We're going to see how it goes. But we may decide to switch to something else, or we'll see. But a typical lesson they all look very similar. There's a challenging word practice. There's a challenging reading that's maybe a poem or an informational text. There is some spelling practice. And then there is a reading of a short book, and so a chapter or 2 a day that's integrated right into this workbook. And then from there, it's very similar. They kind of mix up how they maybe practice the spelling each day, and there is a little bit of vocabulary and grammar, but not as much as I would like. But I am hoping maybe it will become a little less repetitive over time, and we'll have more grammar practice as we advance through the course. But because there's not as much grammar practice as I would like initially, we are also working on some grammar with the Illustrated Grammar and Punctuation book from Usborne, and the Grammar and Punctuation Activity book. And these work really well together, and so he just reads about different parts of grammar in order to complete the different activities in this booklet, and he will just do 1 or 2 pages a day. It has the activity, and then the back page shows the answers. And so he's just using that for now to supplement for a little bit extra grammar practice, since that has not been a lot of that yet in the Good and the Beautiful Level 4. Also with that Good and the Beautiful Language Arts comes a creative companion that includes writing, art, and geography. And so each day there is a lesson that usually corresponds with what they have been doing in language arts. So this one, they use tracing paper. In both of these, they actually use tracing paper to trace the maps. Some of them are art study or an art project where they are learning about chalk pastels. So this year is all about the use of and creating art with chalk pastels. And so he's been really enjoying that part a lot. And then also for language arts, we have a list of about 20 books that we plan for him to read this year. And this is just a few of them. So when he finishes reading one, he can choose from what we have, or we can get some from the library. So some of the options include Castle in the Attic, Fudgemania, Kinsey and Max Breaking News, The One and Only Ivan, and Astrophysics for Young People in a Hurry. And then one last part of language arts that we have for him is the Doodle, 101 Doodle definitions, and this is from Timberdoodle. And one other part of the challenging word practice in Good and the Beautiful that we wish had a little bit more was the challenging words do not include definitions. There is some vocabulary worked in, but he liked the look of this book because it gives the word and the definition and it uses it in a sentence, and then it takes them through step-by-step drawing to really reinforce that definition. So he's enjoyed that, and it's been a lot of fun. For science, we are using Real Science Odyssey Astronomy, and this is only an 18-week course, so we may go through it quickly, or we do a lot of science and in our everyday, and sometimes science curriculum takes us a little longer just because we're doing so much other science elsewhere. And then to go with that, we have the Usborne Stargazers Journal, which is just sort of a fun extra. There are blank pages that have some space for writing and then a definition. There are ones that have more suggested activities or prompts, and just sort of a fun little extra to go along with our science this year. And then also Dr. Maggie's Grand Tour of the Solar System that we can read through and use as a reference as we're learning about astronomy. For social studies and history, he has been reading the Usborne Beginners History box set and has really enjoyed those. So we are sort of just going off his interests and using books that we have or we see that he might enjoy, and approaching history that way with him because he's enjoying it and just kind of wants to read about topics as he becomes interested in them. And then we're also using Passport to Adventure from the Waldock Way. And we did start this last year, we just didn't quite finish it, so we will be continuing that. And it is based on the Magic Tree House, and it is unit study, and we really, really loved it. If you watched my second grade video, you saw that my younger daughter had copy work that she traced, and there is also an option for just writing it, copying it, or a cursive version. And so we have been really enjoying this and plan to continue with that until we finish. And then for the fun extras, we got this scratch art from Timberdoodle, and you don't just scratch away, it has instructions for how to complete each section. And the endangered animals extreme dot to dot that he likes to do during either quiet time or while I'm reading aloud. And then his favorite thing that he's looking forward to and has already started and really loves are the Robotus Dream sets. I got him level 1 and level 2, and he has already jumped into this. There's a pretty thick instruction guide for 12 different projects that are cute and fun, and he's really enjoying that. So that is a look at what he will be using for 4th grade. Let me know below if you're using any of the same or what you're using this year, and thanks for watching.